Heritage Conference Media Day at the KCAC, and we are going to talk about the Northern Cambria Colts boys basketball team with Clint Gogenauer, the ninth-year head coach. Is that right? 9 years already?
9 years. It goes quick.
Well, last year, you've had a lot of success out there, Clint. So last year into the state playoffs again, you lost to Jeanette to close out the season against a very good ball team, but it was another special season for you, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. It was a great run. I mean, the kids really enjoyed it. Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted to. We lost in the district championship, but, it was a great season.
Well, Ty Dumb is gone, so there's a lot of your fellow coaches that are happy about that, but you do bring back some skill, don't you? Let's talk about the this year's version of the Colts and what your expectations are.
We have high expectations. We graduated 4 starters, but we expect not to miss a beat. If we can get healthy, and the kids have to step up into bigger roles. We had a lot of underclassmen that contributed last year, and they just really need to step up this year. And if they do that, we'll have a successful year.
You have a lot of, in a small school especially, a lot of multi-sport athletes. I know the guys that you brought with you today, Zach Cavella and Malik Fox, they're football players and both good athletes. But it is challenging for these young men, too, because there's never really a down season anymore.
No, both these guys play 3 seasons, so they just roll from one to the next, which that's why it's kind of tough staying healthy sometimes. It's a lot of wear and tear in your body, but it also makes them better competitors.
What do you see in the conference this year?
It's going to be tough, like it always is. United, River Valley, Conemaugh Township, they both return almost their entire team, so I'd probably put those 3 at the top. So it's our job to fight and claw as best we can to kind of get up with them this year.
What gives you confidence and what gives you pause for concern?
It's a great group of young men. They work hard, they listen, and we have a lot of talent there too. If we can make that mesh and figure out who we are as a team, we'll be good this year.
Coach, I appreciate you doing this. We're going to bring in Zach and Malik and talk to them as well.
Thank you so much.
All right, head coach Clint Gogenauer of the Northern Cambria Colts. They were 19-8 last year. They, as he mentioned, lost 4 starters, but a couple of key returnees here in Zach Cavella and Malik Fox. And Zach, we'll start with you. I just mentioned multi-sport athletes, and both of you played football too. So I know I've talked to some others here today, just talking about the transition from outdoor practice and the grind of football season that really goes back to summertime workouts, and then right away you're into basketball. How difficult is it?
For me, it's not too difficult. There's like no downtime at all between the 2 sports, but I enjoy it all and enjoy the grind.
Zach Cavella, what about your favorite sport?
My favorite sport's baseball. In the spring, I've been playing for around 10 years, and it's a lot of fun.
So you go from football to basketball to baseball, so there truly is no downtime, and coaches want a piece of you all from different sports the whole time through, don't they?
Yep, and also golf in the fall too.
Wow. Other than that, you don't do much of anything.
Nah, not really.
That's a pretty heavy workload, and you have to mix in the academics too. New gym this year, the transition from the old school across town to the new school, how's that going? And I'm sure it's brighter. I've been in it. Coach gave me a little tour during football season, so going to be a pretty special place to play.
Yep, it's a really nice gym. A lot of new things in the gym, new equipment and everything, and it'll be a great place to play this year.
With 4 starters gone from last year's successful team, maybe talk about, and Malik, you can maybe answer the same question here in a second, but some younger players that are maybe making good early impressions.
Danny Farrell, Luke Blickendorfer, Dylan Bodick also. He's a sophomore. Nick Arton even, Joe Bertabaugh. We have a lot of young returning talent, and we've been playing together for a lot of years, and I think us working together as a team will be a big part of our success this year.
Zach Cavella, thank you.
Yep.
We wish him the best. And Malik Fox, we know one of the outstanding athletes in the Heritage Conference overall, and you had a good season last year, and you're back for more. So what about some teammates, as I mentioned, that have impressed you, because you have to replace 4 starters? You heard Zach mention a couple. What about yourself? Who has been really doing a good job in preseason camp?
Yeah, I think the ones that Zach named are good. As long as those guys can step up and find out their role throughout the season as it goes along, I think that we should have just as good as a season as we did last year.
And a new gym, as I mentioned. I know that was somewhat controversial out in the community, the closing of the old school. Did you have any personal thoughts on it? Because you're used to going to the old school, and you think you're going to graduate probably from there, and now you find yourself in a new building.
It's definitely a big change for us, but it's nothing we can't get used to. I mean, we played basketball in that gym for the past 3 years, but I think a new change in a new gym will be good for us.
You heard me mention to Coach Ty Dunn, of course, has graduated. There's going to be a little more pressure on you probably from not only a leadership standpoint but a production standpoint as well. Is that something that you kind of feel any extra pressure in that regard?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I had a good season last year, but obviously this year, being a senior and having to fill Ty's spot, there'll be a lot more workload on me to score and distribute the basketball. But I think, like I said, as long as our underclassmen can step up, we should have a really good season.
You guys like to get after it up-tempo a little bit in the past. Is the style of basketball going to remain the same?
I think it will. I think the only thing that's really changing is we might have a more balanced offensive attack. Obviously, Ty, last year he did a lot of the scoring, but yeah, we're a pretty small team, so we like to go fast, keep the tempo up, and that's how we win games.
Malik, appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck with the upcoming season. All right, Malik Fox, senior, both seniors. Zach Cavella, too, from the Northern Cambria Colts. They were 19-8 a year ago, looking to duplicate that or maybe even do a little bit better if they can. Previewing the Colts, I'm Mark Burdig reporting.